Model Making Guru is sponsored by emodels.co.uk. Make something awesome. Hey everyone, it's Foxx from modelmaking.guru here. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode where I work my way through DeAgostini's Build Your Own X-Wing partwork. After which, at the end of which, hopefully we'll have a 1/18 scale X-Wing fighter to paint up and play with. Well, I say play with, maybe not play with, but paint up definitely. In this episode, I'm going to look at issue 18. There's not going to be a lot of building in this, so it's not going to be a long episode. Let's have a look at the magazine now, first of all. Now, it starts off, as always, with a bit of behind-the-scenes stuff. And this discusses, yeah, it's people of my generation. This is a spiky topic. It's the special editions. Now, the bit that's discussed here is fine. He had this great plan, George Lucas. He had this great plan to go back to his films, you know, A New Hope, Jedi, and Empire, and just improve some of the stuff that he wasn't able to do the first time round. Like, for example, you know, add a load more ships to the Battle of Yavin, so it wasn't just a handful of X-Wings and Y-Wings, but it was actually a small armada. Make the ships look better, add bits here and there, and that was fine. That was fine. You know, he's got things like he talks about, later on they talk about how they added ships to the takeoff from the hangar scene, things like just making things look a bit better. But then he went too far and he started adding nonsense like Jabba the Hutt and don't even get me started. So yeah, somebody my age, it's a very sore topic this, but in this sense they're talking about like using CGI ships and adding them in and improving the space scenes and things like that. Then yeah, it was a good move on that part. So it looks at that. Then we've got some stuff from the Clone Wars animated series. One thing of course CGI was good for was making these animated series. Now I, of course, again being of my generation, the prequel films do not exist. They were never made. They're absolute garbage. Just burn them all. They're all drivel. They're rubbish. They're terrible. George Lucas should be taken out and shot. But the Clone Wars animated series was actually pretty good and I quite enjoyed it. And they've just launched, or they're just about to launch, the final series, which is, 6 or 7 years after they finished the last series. It's like an extra final series to wrap up the story of Ashoka Tano and all the... It's quite nice they're doing that, and it's going back to the original visuals. And it is funny to look at this blurb about that series, about Anakin Skywalker. You look at this ship here, the Twilight, and this is the model used in the show. And it looks terrible. It's like, that looks worse than the Mouldy Crow in Dark Forces. Apart from it, obviously, it's better than the Mouldy Crow because that was really low resolution. But the textures, it's terrible. Now, when you see it on the screen, animated with lighting and stuff and effects, it looks all right. But when you see it as a static image, that looks terrible. Wow, you don't realise how not advanced the graphics and visuals were in the Clone Wars animated series. Yes. Anyway, then we get on to the building part, which I'm not going to show you what's in. I'll just show you what we've got. Okay, now we're going to be here for quite a while because when you look at the number of pieces we've got, you'll realise this is going to take a significant amount of time because, yeah, that's it. That's all we've got. You're wondering why I'm wearing gloves? It's because we've got clear parts and I don't want to get finger schmoods all over them. So yeah, we've just got two canopy parts, which are going to go, strangely enough, inside the canopy. That's it. So we'll get these out carefully. Now I'm not a big fan of canopy parts on Star Wars models. Now, it's not the case that all of them had no canopy parts, but a lot of the filming miniatures didn't have clear parts in the canopies because they had a habit of reflecting either the lighting or the blue screen stuff, and it made things a bit difficult for photographing them, for filming them. So a lot of them had just no clear part at all. But I don't know, for something this big, and often when I build them I don't put a clear part in, but for something this size, I don't know whether I should put a clear part in or not. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens at the end, but I'm going to take this out once I've attached it for you guys. Once I put it in so you can see it, I'm going to take it out again. So it's dead simple. it's just 4 little pegs and 4 little holes, and that's it really. Now it doesn't attach at the bottom here, and as you can see, it's not exactly flusherations, is it? It's not exactly flushulon. It's a bit pants, but we'll see what happens. If it doesn't fit very well at all, it may well be a case that I don't have the canopy in the thing. However, it does give the canopy frame more weight, which is good, because it was kind of sitting up a little bit on the cockpit part, but now you put it in there. Once you put it in, you don't really see that it sticks out. It's not so bad. It's not that bad actually. Do you on camera, dear? And I have to say, it is a nice clear part, because it's often with this kind of thing you'll get like wrinkles and crinkles and fuzz and nonsense, and it won't be nice and smooth. This is actually quite a nice clear part, because it's not warped in any way. It's nice and straight and flat. It's not that bad. But yes, I don't know at this point if we will have a clear part in the finished model or not. I don't know. I'm never a big fan of clear parts, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it's finished. Of course, there's no pilot to go in this if I'm not on the premium pack, so I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, that's kind of it. Well, sorry, jump cut. Yes, I had a sneezing fit then. I was like, I'm going to sneeze, and then I sneezed for like about 5 minutes. Yeah, so I don't know whether we'll have a canopy, the clear canopy, in the finished thing. But what I'm going to do is I'll take this canopy back out, I'll put it back in here, and I'll stick it in a lock bag, and I'll give it a bit of a, I've got some little fluffy cotton things, I'll give it a bit of a clean off first. I don't leave any fingerprints on there, so we'll get it cleaned off, put it back in the package, and there it will stay till the very end of the project. Just very quickly, with me mentioning the pilot earlier on, I've said in the past that I don't know if I'm on the premium package or not, because I've not yet received the pilot or any of the figures or the vehicles for the scenery stuff that you get if you're a premium subscriber, and it's supposed to come with, I think, your 5th delivery, but I've not had anything. So my assumption was that I'm not on the premium package. It's if it sounds a little odd, I can't check because I'm not actually a subscriber, like I've said before. It's because of the good graces of the guys at DeAgostini who are actually providing this to me at no cost, that I'm actually able to do this part work. So as always, massive thanks to the guys at Deag. I do have I don't have a regular customer account. I've got a customer number, but I don't have a regular account, so I can't log in and check what package I'm on. So I'm working on the assumption that I'm not on the premium package, which is fine. Not a problem at all. Doesn't bother me. I'm happy to get whatever I get. If I get the premium package, brilliant. If I don't, I've still got a beautiful big fat X-Wing to play with, so I'm not going to complain. But Chris, my very good friend Chris over at Gross Models, who's also doing this build, like and subscribe, his address is there, go and watch his. He's 5 issues ahead of me, I think. He said a good point. He said, as far as he can tell, nobody's had the premium stuff yet. And I looked around, and it does seem like nobody's had anything like that yet. So it may well be that I am on the premium package and I will get the pilot figure. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I hope I do, because I'd like to get them all painted up, and you give me a few painting episodes to get the figures painted. That'd be nice for you to watch. But if not, it's not the end of the world. Like I say, I'm very, very grateful to Diag for sending me this anyway. So if I'm not getting the super spanky, massive, expensive package, the even more expensive one, I don't mind. I'm still grateful for getting this. So we shall see. But if you've had the premium package stuff, any of that so far, do let me know in the comments. Let me know what you've received and which issues you received it with, because it'd be nice to find out, when people do get it. I've been very confused by the delivery schedule for this, because I've got like 2 issues here and 3 issues there, and it seems that I've kicked into the 5 issues every 5 weeks now, because this was 5 issues I've received. So I'm assuming in 5 weeks' time I'll get the next one. We'll find out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Very short episode, this one. The next one will be longer, because we're cracking on with the next wing, I think, in the next issue. We'll find out when I film that. But as always, don't forget to check below the video for all the relevant ways you can support this channel on Patreon, patreon.com/modelmakingguru. There's also links to my Amazon store and Goblin Gaming and all the other links down there where you can really help support this channel and keep this channel going. So have a look in the links below this video. I shall say, take care of yourselves, go make something awesome like this, go be awesome, and as always, adios amoebas. I better go clean this now.